Labour rejects 62,000, 100,000 naira starvation wage. May resume strike Tuesday. Hello guys, and thank you for joining me. So, I was expecting this news from the Labour Union. It seems that the people are also beginning to have faith in Labour once again, and I hope that they won't disappoint us. In fact, guys, anything less than 400k should be rejected. Yes, a lot of you guys are saying that 400k minimum wage is not feasible, that it will only ground the economy. So the billions and millions that the senators and House of Reps are squandering and mismanaging are not grinding our economy? Is that what you are saying? But last, if the government no gree 400k, then 200k won't be bad. Alright, so according to Labour Union, because they have already released a circular and they are about to resume the strike on Tuesday, that is tomorrow, they said if the federal government and the National Assembly fail to act on its 250,000 naira demand on Tuesday, NLC and TUC organs they would meet to decide on the resumption of the nationwide strike. You'd remember that the strike was called off on the 4th of June and a 1 week grace period was given to the federal government. They paused it. As a matter of fact, they paused the strike. It wasn't like it was called off. They paused it to give the federal government, because they don't trust federal government. You and I know, say federal government, if they tell you A, they go do B. So the deadline expires tomorrow. Now, according to NLC, as they released the official letter, they wrote, the NLC said the federal government and the National Assembly have the call now. It is not our call. Our demand is there for them, the government, to look at and send an executive bill to the National Assembly, and for the National Assembly to look at what we have demanded, the various facts of the law, and then come up with a national minimum act that meets our demands. If that does not meet our demand, we have given the federal government a 1 week notice to look at the issues, and that 1 week expires tomorrow, Tuesday. If after tomorrow we have not seen any tangible response from the government, the organs of the organized labor will meet to decide on what next. When asked what the decision of Labour would be should the government insist on 62,000 naira, he said it was clear what we said. We said we are relaxing a nationwide indefinite strike. It's like putting a pause on it. So if you put a pause on something and that organs that govern us as trade unions decide that we should remove that pause, it means that we go back to what was in existence before. Now, for the starvation wage, they spoke about it and they said Labour won't accept any 62,000 naira or 100,000 naira starvation wage as the minimum wage for Nigerian workers. He insisted on 250,000 naira Labour's latest demand at the last meeting of the tripartite committee on minimum wage on Friday as the living wage for an average Nigerian worker. He said Labour won't accept the latest government offer of 62,000 naira and the 100,000 naira proposal by some individuals and economists. Onyeka said, we have never considered accepting 62,000 naira or any other wage that we know is below what we know is able to take Nigerian workers home. We will not negotiate a starvation wage. And finally, we have never contemplated 100,000 naira, let alone 62,000 naira. We are still at 250,000 naira. That is where we are. And that is what we considered enough concession to the government and the other social partners in this particular situation. We are not just driven by frivolities, but the realities of the marketplace, realities of things we buy every day, bag of garri, bag of rice, bag of yam, and all of that. Alright guys, so let me just end the gist here so that I won't let this video to be long. But you guys understand what Labour Union they are fighting for. They are fighting for you, they are fighting for me, they are fighting for all Nigerians, whether you be bad person or whether you be good person, whether you support them or whether you don't support them, they are fight because even them man they go benefit. They are also workers. And just like Father Maka said that why are the government doing like this? Since they claim that we are all, because Akpabio said that we are all how did they put civil servants, we are all civil servants. So why is it that this didn't extend to them? Why is it that they are not also receiving 30,000 naira as minimum wage, but instead they are receiving millions upon millions? Wardrobe allowance, you see another one, security allowance, you see another one, hardship allowance, clothes allowance, car allowance, and so many things that there is even one they call newspaper allowance. So these are what we are talking about. We can't be these people, the workers in Nigeria, they will spend hours working throughout the whole day. But you see the senators, how many times do they sit? They sit just 15 times in a month, which I don't know if they have even reduced it. But you see Nigerian workers, they work 247 every day in 30 days or 31 days, and at the end of the day you give them peanuts. It's not good. So this is what we are fighting for. This is what we want. If they can't pay that 62k, if they can't pay that 250,000 naira, then I hope that Labour will not call off this strike. They should continue. We are behind them. We are solidly behind them. We are supporting them. Government must pay that money. You can't say that it's going to ground the economy and you people's salary is bigger. I mean, do you guys know that Nigerian lawmakers are the highest earners in the world? I mean, you go to USA, you go to UK, you go to Canada, you go to other countries, they no earn past Nigerian lawmakers, and this is what we're talking about. So, for those of you who are in the university, who are still schooling, or you have your kid, your child still in the university or other secondary school, get ready to receive them back home. Yes, sometimes it's not always good. It's not a good thing, seeing that strike is disrupting the activities of the university. But it's for your own good, so that when you finish school, you know, say okay, and maybe you start working, you know, say okay, look at how much minimum wage, look at how much you're collecting and receiving as minimum wage. So, like they say, Rome is not built in a day, but we need to get it right so that our children will not suffer. So guys, this is where I'm going to end the gist. Please kindly like this video and subscribe to Gist Estate. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, have a good day.